everybody, and Merry post-Christmas, merry time after the depressing time where it's no longer Christmas and you have to move on with your goddamn life. But don't worry, at least the thing you have to move on to is the New Year's. Yes, so a whole new year has passed. A whole year of doing this show. Sure, it's not very even. I mean, there's been a lot of points where we've not done stuff, but I already explained myself for you people the last time. Why do I have to do it again? God damn it! So anyway, welcome to another episode of the Gravitalk, where I talk about the biggest old blockbusters to be hastily splattered across the silver screen. And we are going to have our final movie review of 2014. Yes, a majority of these Gravitalk videos have been posted in this year, so it's very emotional time for us because it's no longer will we be posting videos on this year because the first two were made, in 2013, the Hobbit, the second one, and the Wolf of Wall Street, which was about Leonardo DiCaprio having sex with Harley Quinn. But now that is no longer. But those two were the only two ever to be reviewed not in 2014. They were reviewed in 2013. But every single one afterwards was reviewed in this year, and now the year is over and we can all be sad. But don't worry, we will start the new year with a movie that was released this year, but I didn't have enough time to review it until next year. So look forward to that. But for now, you're going to have to settle with this one. And with me is someone who is already ready for the new upcoming 2015, the General Zod. I can't believe I'm back here. Yep, you're back, General Zod. I hope you found this. I hope you found this place okay. I will find this place. Well, you did. Ah, yes, I did. And to answer your question, no, I do not enjoy being here again. I only come here because I get paid, and I get paid very little. So you should be very lucky that I decided to show up. Yes, I am. And thank you for deciding to come back to the program after, a lot of time not being on the program. By the way, what kind of theme have you paired me up with? So far, you've only forced me to do Pompeii. Yeah, I suppose you're gonna be my war guy. Ah, yes, I love war. Although it is what destroyed my planet. But I have a new planet at my disposal. Earth. Where you kinda fucked up on that. Shut up. Yeah, so anyway, welcome back to the program, Zod. And now that you're back, you can help us review a new movie. And the movie in question is one that's based on a true story. Ah, I hate those. Coincidentally, how fitting that one of the based on true story Oscar baits is going to be my second to last. My last of the year. It's kind of like a pattern. It's like last year when I started the show for the first time. First, I reviewed a Hobbit movie. Then I reviewed a Oscar bait movie based on a true story, and then the year was over, and that's exactly what's happening this year. Oh my god, deja vu. First Hobbit movie, then a pretentious Oscar bait based on true story movie. Whatever. I just want to get this review out of the way. You will go, okay, Mr. Huffy Puff. Oh, I'm sad. I can't get a girlfriend. Now hold on. I have Feora. Yeah, sure. Isn't she still in the negative zone? Oh no! I must go find her. I will find her after this review. So the we are going to review Unbroken, which is about World Two, or is it World War Two? You know, WW2. Yes, war. Too bad World War II ended with America winning. What do you have against America? I'm against any Earthlings winning any war of any kind. Oh, so even if even if the Americans did fuck up in your World War II, you still wouldn't give a shit. Nope, because I'm out. I'm not from this war. I exist long before this petty, insignificant war ever happened. I am from thousands and thousands of years ago, but due to time displacement, for me it was just a few years ago. Well, for me, it was a long time ago. World War II, anyway. It was back in 1943, and it was during the World War. And I'm getting ahead of myself. First, we have to talk about what were your initial thoughts about this Unbroken movie? Directed by Angelina Jolie Pitt. I thought her name was just Angelina. I don't know what the hell she's called. I don't know. That lady with the sexy leg that was exposed one year and no one would stop talking about it, and now they have, because why would they keep talking about it? I thought that the movie was such a bore. It embodies everything that's pretentious about these no good Oscar flicks. Well, I, on the other hand, quite liked it. Well, for the most part, anyway. But let's just go ahead and dive on into it. So, the movie begins right in the middle of the war. Good. Cutting to the chase. None of that pretentious, boring, slow stuff. Yep. It's the war, it's happening, and you see a whole bunch of people in a plane, and they're shooting the enemy, like, it's taking place in where the hell does it take, it's a United States Army Air Force, bomber, and it's bombing those no good Japanese, back then no good, then no good, not now, they're cool, they're fine with me, bro, but back then, okay, this is getting really sensitive. Let's keep going. So anyway, remember when America bombed Japan? Kinda awkward. But don't worry, I don't have to worry about that because I am not from America. I am Canadian. And what were Canadians doing during this time? Oh, they were like holding hands with the Americans, being like, we got you back, kind of, little bit. Okay, so anyway, so these Americans are bombing those the Japanese, and we see a whole bunch of young men in this airplane, and they're getting shot at by the Japanese enemies, by enemy planes, after they just had nuked. You know, they dropped the bomb with the cowboy on top. Okay, there is no cowboy, but still, and can't tell any of these boys apart. Yeah, who's the protagonist here? And we find out eventually. So anyway, there's like this James Dean type guy, you know, this Fonzie type guy. He's like, hey, he's clearly not the protagonist. Well, he is, because then we flash back to his backstory. Oh, god damn it. We're following the Fonzie ripoff. Well, this was before Fonzie, so he's like a Fonzie hipster. Anyway, it turns out that back when he was a little boy, he was Italian. What makes you think he's not Italian now? Well, he was more Italian back then. He was like, hey, what's a coming to go? Hey, Mario, what's a coming to go? Spaghetti and the meatballs. And, you know, he's at church, and he's not paying attention, and he's getting slapped by his father, and he's doing a bunch of delinquentary things. Delinquentary. Sorry, you know what I mean. He's stealing the smokes. He's drinking the milk liquor. Milk liquor. But then he gets arrested by the police, and he gets spanked by his Italian father. Hey, what's a come and a go? What's the matter with you? Spaghetti and the meatballs and the pizza and the calzone. I'm Italian. Boppity boopity boopity boppity. That is very racist. Well, I don't think Italians are race. But anyway, so yes, he's an immigrant family, and he's got this mother who likes to mush eggs and flour, and for some reason, just mushing the eggs and flour, and for some reason, this is a plot point throughout the movie, whatever. So anyway, So this Italian boy, let's see if I can get his name. Louis Zamperini. He's a human zipper man. Oh God. So anyway, so his brother is like his little coach man. He's like, come on, Rocky, you gotta fart like the thunder. Okay, I clearly cannot do that coaching, the Rocky's coach from. Oh God, I cannot do the voice of the Rocky coach. Sorry. So anyway, so he trains Lewis to be an Olympic runner because he's good at running. Because he saw him running like Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run, run, Italian Louis, run. So you know it's so after a Rocky montage, ba 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 da 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 da. Can we please move on? Sorry. So anyway, we cut to several years later. He has grown into Jack O'Connell, and Louis Zamperini now being transformed into a man. Now he's ready for the big leagues. Now he's ready to compete. And he's got cleats, and the cleats are like these shoes that have big ass pointy knives on the end of them so they can get on the ground and whatnot and stab people. Like I've used a cleat once or twice. Yes, the Kryptonians used many cleats to defend themselves against Brainiac. Oh my God, whatever we have is contagious. So anyway, so yes, he uses his magical cleats. No, don't think that. Don't get misinformed about this movie. Don't get misled. But anyway, there's no magical cleats in this movie. So anyway, he makes it all the way to the Olympics, and he's in the big leagues, and you know he's running in the Olympics, and he has to say goodbye to his brother, and he says goodbye, Hagrid. Da 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 da. And I'm trying to do a Harry Potter parody, if you know what I'm saying. No, I don't. Keep going. Yes, so he competes in the Olympics, and this was the Olympics. If you know your history, this was the Olympics that was held by the Germans, I think. So there's the Nazi flag and whatnot, and you see him win the Olympics, or at least I think he does. He like wins for his country or something. I don't freaking know. So anyway, yes. So he's an Olympic athlete. Very disappointed that since this was the German Olympics, Hitler was not there. Very disappointed. I really wanted to see him there. To be like, oh, that fast Zamparani kid, he is going places. Hopefully he won't try to fight my country in the war, because I will shoot his ass. That is a really weird Hitler impression. Hitler has a very high voice. So anyway, had a very high voice. It's not like he got cloned and I'm hiding the clone and he looks like, and he's going by something else. He's gonna be Hitler now. So anyway, so moving on, So yeah, that's pretty much all we see from the flashbacks. Yeah, that's all we get from the flashbacks. We don't see him being drafted into the war. Kind of the most important part of these flashbacks. Yes, very important part of the flashback. But that's okay. I guess it's not really that important, but yes, that's all we see from the flashbacks. By the way, they spread those flashbacks throughout, but I thought it would just save time if we just talked about those flashbacks. Now, and now that we got the flashbacks out of the way, we're gonna get to the actual movie. Yes. So, now that the flashbacks are over, you're welcome for wrapping them up quicker than the movie does. We get back to Zapparini and his crew. You know, you got a ginger there, and that ginger is gonna be in Star Wars. Russell. So you got Russell, and you got a couple other guys. You got a guy who looks kind of like a young Bradley Cooper, and they're having fun. You know, they just got back from being shot at the Japanese, and they get back to their base, which is in Hawaii, and we're like, we're so awesome and great. Too bad our ship is fucked up, but don't worry, we have a new ship. So they go on the new ship, and they're like, okay, we're going to do exactly the same thing we did before, but we're totally not going to be shot down this time. Oh shit, we're being shut down! Yes, I enjoy it. Yes, Earthlings getting what's coming to them. So they get shut down by enemy airlines, you know, the Japanese, and they get shut down, and the ship goes underwater, and there's only 3 survivors left. There's Zapparini, there's Russell, and then there's the third guy who is less characterized, so inevitably he's going to be the one who dies. Yep, one of them is destined to die. So now they're lost at sea. Now it's like Life of Pi. Yes, except instead, yes, Zapparini is the Indian boy. The ginger guy is the tiger, I guess, and the guy who's going to die is either the orangutan or Tobey Maguire. So anyway, wait, Tobey Maguire wasn't in the boat in that movie. Yeah, shut up, let's keep going. Good, I like your way of thinking. So, they're lost at sea for a very long time. Very long time. A very long time. This is where some of the flashbacks occur. Yes, lots of just sitting there in this boat. Yeah, but it's dramatic because because they gotta not lose their minds. So, you know, it's not really a boat, it's like a life raft. And there's 2 life rafts, you know, 2 for the price of 1. So, you know, they have to deal with not going crazy. They have to deal with sunburn and boils on their face. How did they get boils? I don't know. Maybe they had sex with each other. Maybe they had sex with each other and have STDs now. Ah, that's disgusting. Well, desperate times calls for desperate measures. So anyway, then they find a seagull on their raft. So they take the seagull, they knock it the fuck out, you know. They crack the seagull's neck. No, seagull, he was gonna say mine to Nemo, and they cut it open. And naturally, this means that they're going to crawl inside of it to keep cold, to keep warm. No, this isn't the. They're lost at sea and it's hot, not cold. Oh, right, sorry, wrong movie. So I wonder if it still smells worse on the outside. Yay, Star Wars reference. I can't wait to make a bunch of those in a year from now. Well, when you do that, then it'll be relevant. Yep. So anyway, turns out, seagulls apparently taste like shit. So, instead, they use it as bait for fishy fish. And they get 1 fish. They punch it the fuck out. You know, you got knocked out. You got knocked. Sorry, let me try to focus when I make this movie reference. Okay, focus on the movie reference. You can do this. You got knocked the fuck out, fish. Yes, I did it. I made the movie reference. So anyway, after he knocks the fish the fuck out, they eat that instead, and apparently that is not as disgusting as a seagull. And they eat it all raw like a golem. Golem, golem, golem. Me wants the seagulls. And so yeah, they eat fish like him, and getting a little bit uglier, I can't lie. And so anyway, but then, oh god, so anyway, they see a plane, they see a plane flying over them, and they're like, hey, it's us. Hey, we completed the 21-day challenge, and we didn't get naked yet. But anyway, the plane ignores them. By the way, that was a reference to Naked and Afraid. That they don't become naked and afraid till later in the movie. Shut up. So anyway, that plane ignores them, but then later another plane comes, and this plane sees them. Like, they catch the plane's attention. Yes, but they shoot at him. They shoot at the three. Yes, good. Oh god, we're coming down with something. Shoot them down. Gun them. Now hold on. It turns out that this plane that's shooting at them is the Japanese. Whatever. As long as it gets them, all Earthlings must eventually perish. For the good of Kryptonian kind. This is getting really weird. So, this band, like I said, are shooting at them. They're shooting, and it guns down one of the lifeboats, the life rafts. I mean, oh no, that poor lifeboat was too old for this shit, and it was a life raft, not a lifeboat. Why do I keep fucking up? I guess it's not as bad as confusing Noah from Moses. Oh, why did you do that? Why did you confuse Noah from Moses? So anyway, oh, what the fuck was that? That was you slapping your lips. Whoops. So anyway, so not only do they have to deal with angry Japanese, fuck you, survivors, but they also have to deal with sharks. Yes, giant CGI sharks. Yes, bunch of sharks now. Like, holy shit. This really happened? Holy fuck, this is practically movie worthy. Why the fuck did they wait this long to tell this story through cinema now? Like, my god, the Japanese shooting at them while at the same time having to deal with sharks? Why didn't they adapt this movie sooner for movie going audiences? Maybe when the person who retold this movie was old and crazy by then and just made shit up. Now hold on, don't jump to conclusions. He might have been very rational and this might have actually happened. And plus, there's more than one point of view. Okay, I'm giving away too much. So anyway, so yes, Japanese has to deal with both the Japanese shooting at them and the shark. So he goes underwater where he's about to get shot by a shark, but that shark gets shot. He's one of the people who got shot by the Japanese. Yes, thank you, Japanese, for shooting that shark. But why do you have to keep shooting me? Oh, and the thing is, while he's underwater, oh no, his friends get shot at. They get gunned down. The life raft that you're currently in, it turns into Swiss cheese, and he can't eat it, which is a shame because he's hungry. Oh, because the least developed guy that's clearly going to be the one who dies ate all of the rations, even though I didn't know what the fuck the rations were. But anyway, maybe they were rice cakes. So anyway, after the plane leaves and the shark that got gunned gets eaten by the other sharks, we'll avenge you, Tupac Shark, by eating you. Yum yum yum, eating shark, we're cannibals. So anyway, Zapparini gets back up out of the water to see how bad his friends were killed. And they weren't killed at all. And the guy who's clearly going to die later is like, oh, if all of the Japanese were this bad at shooting at us, we would have died a long time ago. I mean, no, wait, what the fuck am I saying? We're probably going to win this war. If the Japanese are this bad at shooting at us. Ah, so the Japanese are like stormtroopers. Now just because they're being bad right now doesn't mean you have to resort to name calling. My God, stormtroopers, how insulting! But I don't mind if one of them is black. So don't be racist, you stupid people being racist about a black person in Star Wars, even though we've had black people before. Miss Windu, Lando Calrissian, probably someone else. So anyway, so now they finally are away from both the Japanese, but now they have to deal with their life raft being turned into Swiss cheese. So they patch it up, they retail it, they caulk it with caulk. Or was it not caulk? I don't know, but they reseal it up. They're renovating, like they're making it up look all nice and good, and reestablishing this raft, giving it a makeover. But then a goddamn another CGI shark has to interrupt. Damn it, CGI sharks! But they hit one to death. That poor shark being bested by a sickly human. Yeah, well, they are able to eat that shark now and crawl to its stomach like a tauntaun and be like, oh, that smelled worse on the inside or outside or something. So anyway, after they fill their bellies with Bruce, they say goodbye to the lesser good life raft, the one that's fucked up now, and they also say goodbye to the third member of this outcast group that was clearly going to die, because he does die. Very predictable, very sad, because now they must bury him at sea, just to attract more sharks. Well, that doesn't happen, so, they bury him at sea, and there's also a big ass storm and whatnot, Louis Zapparini and Russo the Ginger Man, the ginger not bread ginger man, are really close now. They're like getting all cuddly, touchy feely, all up in each other's grill, but still not in a gay way. And they're finally saved. And Zapparini says, "Hey, ginger guy, I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is that we've been saved. The bad news is that the movie is going to get a whole lot more boring than before. So, well, to be fair, it wasn't that boring before. It was actually quite exciting, seeing them in the sea life and whatnot. They managed to make being stranded at sea on a life raft exciting from my standpoint. Yeah, but the next part isn't so exciting. Well, hold on. Let's get into it. So, the bad news actually is that they have been found by the Japanese. Yes, they've been found by the Japanese boats. So they're each put into a little closet. 'Cause I'm in the closet, and then little Mitchell is in the closet, and Tom Cruise is in the closet, and Conan O'Brien is in the closet, and John Travolta is in the closet. And now I'm in the closet too. And I take out my gun! No, none of that happens. They are put into little tiny camps in the middle of a jungle. And they're put in these little outhouses. And they're forced to stay in those outhouses for a very long time. All they get to eat are little pieces of rice. How racist, just because they're Japanese. Hey, now hold on. Rice is a very universal type food. Although Asians, I guess, did kind of came up with it first, so maybe it is racist. But anyway, they're forced to eat nothing but rice, and the Zapparini has to be roommates with a spider, and the spider is a jerk, never sharing his drugs. No, actually, the spider is actually more of a Christian type. And so anyway, so after dealing with the douchebag spider roommate, um, he is finally taken out of the outhouse. After seeing like a whole bunch of names of people, kind of like a yearbook. Don't stop believing. Signed, the Jackmeister. So he's forced out of the outhouse, and so is Russell, and now they're forced to kneel before Japanese. Ah, I like the sound of that. Kneeling before people to acknowledge their power. I might use that. Yeah, okay, whatever. So anyway, after they kneel before these Japanese, yes, kneel before them. Maybe I should get people to kneel before me. Yes, we get it. You're referencing yourself. God damn it. So anyway, so after kneeling for them, yes, shut up. Ugh. So anyway, so now the Japanese a-holes, after trying to get some information out of them and not getting their information, they're like, okay, take off your clothes. Oh, I see what's going on here, Mr. Japanese people. Is this how you get your kicks? Is this how you get sexually pleased? You make Americans take off their clothes, have to force them to expose their white bitty parts to you. You like that? That's how you get your willies. That's how you get your willy nillies. You like to look at naked people. You make me sick. So anyway, so they forced them to strip down naked. Da 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 da. There, are you happy? You stupid people, you stupid Japanese, you happy? There's my white, skinny, naked body. This sounds very emotional for you. Is this personal? Is this how you look naked? No, that's not how I look naked. Shut up! Stop thinking of me naked. So anyway, after they are exposed naked, they are forced to kneel again. Yes, kneel before me naked. Ew, gross. And you think they're about to be died or raped or whatever, but nope! It turns out they got naked because they're being given baths. Yes, they're cleaning them up. They're making them nice and clean and good as new for the prisoner. Yes, this movie has become a prisoner movie now. They're being made prisoners at war at this Japanese camp. Good God, this movie tries to beat every single type of Oscar-worthy bait movie. First, it's a Olympics movie. Then it's a World War II movie. Then it's a Lost at Sea movie. Now it's a prisoner movie. Hey, it's trying to cover all of the Oscar-worthy bases. So anyway, they go to prison, and now they're at jail, and they're forced to be there with other American soldiers who have been arrested by the Japanese and taken a prisoner. They are taken there, and at least this place might be a prison, but at least they have enough freedom to wear their hats. It's kind of like when you're in high school, and you're like, man, it's totally bogus that we don't get to wear hats. They always prohibit hats being worn here, but when you go to college, you realize, hey, I'm allowed to wear a hat there, and it's kind of like here they get to wear hats, so it's not all that bad. And this jail isn't really that bad. It's like you get your meals. You get to eat. You get to bunk with your fellow American war buddies. you get to be entertained by drag queens doing a little play, kind of like Monty Python. You get to be exposed to Monty Python skit where a bunch of guys get to dress up as nice women, to show their feminine side, get to show what they got. It's raining, man. Hallelujah, it's raining, man. I'm coming now. Yeah. God, I got the war to show. I'm coming out. So anyway, yes, very nice, very good to see these people finally get to express themselves by being turned into women. Getting entertained, be entertaining. With the little Monty Python skit, about the Cinderella and whatnot. Very great, very good. But it turns out the warden of this place, called his name is Mutsuhiro Watanabe. Oh my God, he must be Ken Watanabe's brother or father. How dare you, Ken Watanabe? First you're in the Godzilla movie, then you're a samurai robot in Transformers 4. Now you're the grandson of this asshole.
How are you sure that's really his ancestor?
Probably not. So anyway, sorry for being racist, just assuming that's who you're related to, just because you both have the last name Watanabe. Um, he might be called Mutsuhiro Watanabe, but he's also referred to as the bird. Because the bird, the bird is the word. Because the bird, the bird is the word. Okay, that's stupid. By the way, doesn't it suck that everyone just thinks that's from Family Guy, even though it's not? It's actually that older.
People are stupid. They think everything on Family Guy is original, even though it's from something else. God damn it!
Yeah, they should open their eyes. Open their eyes. I hope we get popular enough where when we make a whole bunch of different references, people think. But that is a bunch of references that people think we're the ones who came up with it, even though we didn't. Just like Family Guy. So anyway, so the bird is a dick. He's a dick to all of the guards. Actually, no, he's mostly a dick to Zamperini. He's like, you looking at me? You looking at me? Hey, you looking at me? You think I'm a clown? You think I'm funny? You think I'm gonna do a whole bunch of more movie references out of place? Shut up! Fuck you! So he keeps hitting Zapparini. He keeps knocking Zapparini down. Every time Zapparini looks at the bird punches him in the face.
Yes, it's glorious seeing these weakly little, stupid, simple-minded humans beating each other up.
We're specifically an Asian beating up an American.
I don't care who's beating who up as long as Earthlings are being harmed.
You're fucked up. So anyway, moving on to this fucked up person, this fucked up bird, but he's not actually a bird, that's just his name, although we don't really know why he's called the bird. Maybe he's called the bird because he too has an imaginary friend who is a younger version of Michael Keaton. Anyway, yes, the bird keeps beating up Zapparini for very stupid reasons, and the other, prisoners also have it too bad too. You got your young Captain Hook, who is also working with Tron in the Tron movie, and you also got this other guy who's called what's his name? Tink. It's Tinkerbell. So you got your Tinkerbell and you got your Hook. But they don't go to Neverland. They have to dump shit into a river. And so after dumping shit into a river, Zapparini gets the chance to be on the radio. Yes, he gets to be on the radio. This is Wacky 287.599, the FM. On the radio! Live on the radio. 25.9. Radio greatest hits of the 80s and 90s.
But this is the 40s.
Yeah, so that reference makes no sense. So anyway, he has to be on the radio. Luckily, the host is not Howard Stern. It's some mean Asian who's it guy, and he gets to let people know on the radio that he is alive. He did not die. He's A-OK, and he's being held by the Asians against their will. And the Asian radio people are like so impressed with him and his performance. They're like, "Hey, we want you to be like a frequent guest on this program, like how Jay Leno has a bunch of people that come on his guest show a lot." Wait a minute, he got canceled. So anyway, so they're like, "Hey, we want you to be back on, kid. You got a knack for talking, but there's only one catch, okay? Look. See, you get you get to be on the radio. You get to eat at this fancy restaurant place. You get to have all your nice hors d'oeuvres and whatnot, your nice fillets and stuff, and your nice crabs and whatnot, and you're eating really fancy. All you have to do to keep this luxurious lifestyle is to talk good things about us Japanese and shit on the Americans. Shit on them. You tell them they're fucked up. Tell them that they were wrong to release the interview on the internet. Tell them that they should have kept it not on the internet. They should have listened to the North Koreans, even though this is long before that. So tell the Americans to fuck themselves. And Zeppelin like, and no. And they're like, "Oh, come on. Those Americans over there told America to fuck themselves, and they get to live a luxurious lifestyle. But no, Zeppelin, he has his standards, okay? Even though he's Italian in heart, well, what's the matter with you? He is still an American no matter what. And I am losing battery power on my laptop.
Yeah. That is inferior, outdated technology to me. We use little floating golden robots.
Yes, who don't shut up.
You have a point. Move on.
Yes. So anyway, oh, by the way, your robots get infested by viruses called Brainiac and Cyborg Superman and Mental Talolo.
Yes, we get it. Move on with the sickly review.
Why is everything sickly to you? So anyway, so he says no. So they take him back to the prison, and he has to continue to be hit by the bird. But then the bird gets promoted. And at first like, yay! That means he doesn't have to deal with the bird anymore. Hooray! But nope. All of the prisoners also get promoted to a new prisoner. They get to be transferred to a new, snowier prison. And now my laptop is heating up.
I'm telling you, you should have gotten a little golden robot.
Shut up! So anyway, so now they're at a new prison base where not only it's colder, but now they have to work in the coal mines. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
There's no black people here.
Hey, now hold on. That doesn't mean we still can't sing this song. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay, that kind of turned into something else, kind of, that song. So anyway, so he gets continuously hit on by the bird again. Well, I mean, the bird's not hitting on him. That would have been an interesting artistic divergence, to make a little love story now that I'm thinking of it. But no! The bird has to show his authority, his authority. You have to respect his authority. So he forces Zapparini to hold this giant ass girder.
Are you sure that's a girder?
I don't know, some kind of big metal black thing, and he's forced to hold it, and he's forced to always hold it. And it's really hard holding it up. And this is almost as bad as when he got forced to be hit by every single one of the prisoners.
Yeah, right before the bird got transferred back from at the original jail. He forced every single one of the prisoners to hit Zapparini in the face. That was great. Teamwork against a stupid, sickly earthling.
Yeah, it was really sad, but at least it looked like he enjoyed it. Like maybe it's like maybe it turns him on, you know. Like maybe that's how he gets his willies. You know, like hit me. Yeah, good. Hit me again. Now you hit me. Hit me. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, keep going. Oh, yes, keep hitting me. Yes, do it. And ooh, and I'm done. Oh, that was great. No, stop. No, I already came. You don't have to keep going. Oh, God, stop it. This is getting me old. I don't like this anymore. Oh, no. Okay, so after that weird skit we just had, can you call that a skit?
I call that a disorganizational presentation.
Whatever. Back to what's happening now. He's forced to hold this brick all day long, and the bird is like, if you drop that girder, I'm gonna shoot your ass. But he never does drop the girder, and by the time he does drop the girder, the bird gave up on him. He gives up, and so after a long, horrible bunch of days of working at the coal mine, you got Zapparini and the Tinkerbell man and the man who's gonna play Hook, who lost his fingernails and eventually one of his hands due to Peter Pan and a tick-tock clock crocodile. They're finally about to get their asses killed by the Japanese. Yes, because the fingernailless man mentioned earlier that as soon as the Japanese win the war, they will immediately kill them. So whether the war ends or not, they're all going to be butt fucked. Whether it's literally or figuratively, as in killed.
Yes, so the winning of the war or not benefits them in no way. Glorious.
Ugh, you're a pessimist. You're a sadist.
Just for earthlings. If they were Kryptonians, I would feel for them. But because they're not, I refuse to.
Ugh, you are so close-minded and racist, Mr. Zod. So anyway, so now they're at their death walk. All of these American people, all covered in dirt and disgusting stuff and coal and whatnot, are forced to walk into the water, where they are surrounded by the Japanese, who are about to shoot them. And as they are about to shoot them, an airplane comes. Yes! By an odd coincidence thing, like a Deus Ex Machina, except this actually happened, so it's a real life Deus Ex Machina. The Americans happen to win the war right at that moment, signaling to Japan to fuck off and not do anything. So the Japan are compromised, and the war is won, and the Americans don't have to be shot down by the Asians, even though all the Americans did were just fly over them, and apparently that means the Asians cannot do anything anymore for some reason. But whatever, the war is done, everyone's okay, and now there's a celebration, yay, dancing Ewoks, yeah, cha-ching, cha-cha, I think I've made this reference before. So anyway, yes, everybody's excited. Everybody's hugging hands and kissing each other. Well, they're not kissing because, it's 40s. But yes, everyone's celebrating, and Zapparini's just standing there like, good God, I went through a lot of fucked up stuff in this movie. My God. This is really a lot for real life. So anyway, so now they get airdropped a bunch of nice stuff like food and cigarettes, because back then cigarettes, everyone was oblivious to cigarettes being bad for you. they got all their more magazines, and they got their peaches and their snacks and their porno mags, and you get to jack off if you want, and sweet Zapparini gets to crash at the place the bird used to crash at. Take that, bird! And he gets to see that little that big old switch that the bird used to beat his ass. We don't really know what happens to the bird. So anyway, after the war, he is sent back home to his parents, to his Italian parents. Oh, mamma mia, we are back with our son. Yeah, what's a coming to go? Beep, boppity, boopity, mamma mia. And the chef boy already, and he gets reunited with his brother and his two sisters, and one of the sisters puts her hand on her face, which is an oddly specific hand gesture to do, but it turns out the reason for that is because actually because that's how it was in the actual picture. Yes, that's an actual picture from real life, reminding us that even though this movie had tons of Deus Ex Machinas and tons of impossible shit, it's actually all real. It actually all happened, apparently. And then they show what ultimately happened. Zapparini got reunited with the ginger guy. Yes, he finally got reunited with him. They got separated when they got off the boat to go to the jails. Like they were like, okay, you go to that jail, you go to this jail. You go to that jail, you get to go to this jail. So he got separated from his ginger buddy. But luckily, he gets to be reunited with his ginger buddy. This is what the pictures are telling us.
Yes, stupid movies based on true stories always have to do this, where they just show pictures to explain the rest of the movie.
Hey, it's informative. So he explains to us that he got reunited with the ginger. That's great. He got married and they got kids. That's great. What else? He got to reunite with the Japanese people and talk to them and be like, hey, remember when you beat my ass because you were allowed to back then, but now you're not? It was really awkward. But the bird refused to talk to him. That bird, he should be renamed the Pussy Cat, not Tweety Bird. So, and the final thing they explain is that he finally went back to Japan and he finally got to run there after not getting to run there back in the Olympics, in the World War II times. Now he gets to run there in the 1990s as a really old, decrepit man, and the film looks really bad, I must say.
That's because this is supposed to be real life.
Oh, that's right, they're showing actual footage. So they're showing him as an old man now, being played by the actual Louis Zapparini, and he's an old man now, and he's running and he's carrying the torch. He's carrying Johnny Storm somehow, and then he explains to us that he is dead now, at 97 in 2014. Oh my good God, that was this year!
Yes, he died just before this movie was released.
Well, at least he might have been able to see a cut of it and get to be like, oh, I remember when I was there the first time in the real life. It was great. What's a coming to go, mamma mia?
That's horrible.
Yeah, but anyway, and then he also gets to meet Angelina Jolie. But that's not in the movie. I just assumed that's like, hey, what's Brad Pitt like? Why do you have all of these kids who are not the same race as you? Seriously, why did you agree to be in Maleficent? Surely you must have been high when you agreed to be in that. Oh, mamma mia. That was probably his last words. So anyway, yes, the movie is done, and what were your overall thoughts of the movie, Zod?
I thought that it was very pretentious. It embodied everything that people try to do to ass kiss and lick the balls of the people who nominate the Oscars.
Well, I, on the other hand, thought that it was not stupid. I thought that Janina Jolie, Pitt or Voight, probably not Voight, but Angelina Jolie was doing her best to tell a good story out of this potential good story, true life story. And I think she achieved that. Her and her sexy legs achieved that. And good for her. Sure, it was really slow at the second half of the movie specifically was kind of slow. I mean, the first half of the movie was actually kind of interesting, even though it was just three guys lost at sea, but they managed to make it interesting. They managed to do some good, do some interesting things in those scenes. And but the second half of the movie is where things got kind of slow and kind of tedious. But overall, I thought that it was a very hopeful tale, inspirational. That no matter how many times you get hit down, knocked down by a bird, you got to pick up yourself back up and keep living so you can run the Olympic race as a decrepit old man. So, very inspirational. I hated it. You're just angry because you didn't get to become an old man. You got your neck snapped at middle age.
I thought we agreed not to talk about that.
Well, too bad. So let's rate the film now. Do you think that the audience of these YouTube videos,
which is very low from what I understand,
shut up. Do you think that the audience listening should either A, watch this movie, or B, strip down naked to please a bunch of Japanese folk?
I think that they should strip down naked because this movie did not capture my attention long enough.
Well, I think that they should watch the movie instead of stripping down naked. I mean, that doesn't mean they shouldn't strip down naked. I mean, if they still want to, strip down naked, sure, whatever. It's a free country. I mean, sure, you might get arrested, but whatever. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, yes, I would prefer to watch this movie, if I did not already, because, it's inspirational, it picks you up, it makes you not depressed, because sure, there are depressing things in it, but what makes it hopeful is the fact that the depressing things get resolved, and then, there's a lot of weird stuff in the movie that are what's the word, that are contrived. But keep in mind, this is based on real-life contrivance. So don't blame the writers for being contrived. Blame God for being too contrived. Unless you don't believe in God. In that case, blame science and Neil deGrasse Tyson. So anyway, that's the movie, everybody. And that's the review. And I'll see you guys next time. You're going to have to wait till 2015.
Yes, you're gonna have to wait till next year. Good! I can't stand any more of this show.
Well, actually, next year is in a couple of days!
Ah, shit!
Yes, and the movie we'll be reviewing then is a musical. Does that mean a musical review?
God, I hope not. I better not be here for that.
Don't worry, you're not. I got a different guy who is a very good expert on musicals. Nod, nod, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I have no idea who you are talking to. I must go now.
Hold on. I need to wrap this up first. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Okay, now you can go.
Good. I need to rescue my girlfriend Feora from the Phantom Zone.
Oh, that's right, the Phantom Zone. What was I calling it before?
Negative Zone. That's a rookie mistake.
Sorry, I got it. Sorry, Negative Zone is Marvel, Phantom Zone is DC. Sorry, my mistake.
Whatever. I must rescue her now.
Yeah, let's hope she hasn't hooked up with Emil Hamilton yet.
Wait, what? Who the hell is Emil Hamilton?
You know, the doctor, the crazy doctor guy who also got into the Phantom Zone with her.
Oh no, I must save her. I don't know what he sees in that annoying nerd anyway. Zod away.
Don't make that your catchphrase. Either keep your catchphrase, Neo before Zod, or I will find him. Now that I'm thinking of it, go for the latter.